G'day guys, welcome back to Money in the Tank episode 56. We are flying along and we are now into the new calendar year, which is that of 2023. So welcome back to all the tankers. It's great to be with you guys again. This is our second actual try of recording episode 56 because we did have a crack at a live recording at Brad's house, New Year's Eve, I believe it was.
It was Eve.
Didn't quite go to the outcome we'd hoped, as there was a couple of drinks under our belt and Breno floating around in the background, and we had laptops everywhere. But we worked out that it only recorded, I think it only recorded you, Brad, from memory. So
only recorded audio, no video.
There you go.
It would have been good for our radio listeners, our podcast listeners, but not so good for anyone that watches on YouTube. It just would have been a black screen.
You couldn't see our pretty live faces. So that's probably a game plan for us this year, is we want to try to get a live recording done again, and we'll make it happen. So don't worry about that, and we'll be better prepared next time. But
I think that's the main bit there, Jolly, preparation, yes. And not just leaving it to the last minute to work it.
That was the missing ingredient, I think, maybe. But we were looking sharp. But anyway, it's great to be back with you, gents, and it's great to do this recap podcast today. So without further ado, my name is Joel Seach, Principal Advisor, Harpel FG.
Yeah, and I'm Arnie, finance professional.
And Brad, startup investor.
Great stuff. Thanks, guys, and thanks for being with us today, Tankers. So today's episode is all about retrospectively looking back at the year that was 2022. It's a turbo episode today, so it's really looking back at what happened in 2022 in terms of our predictions we made at the start of last year. I think it was around February, March, Arnie. Correct me if I'm wrong.
March.
Yeah. And how right, or how, in my case, how wrong we were with our predictions, and then what the outcome was as at New Year's Eve of December 31st. And then also, given today we're recording, we're into January now, we want to get our predictions out with adding a couple of extra indexes for the year and seeing where we think the market will be come end of 2023.
Yeah, have a stab at it and see, like, Price is Right rules. Who's closest to? But you can go backwards as well.
You can go backwards as well. Yes, I think it is. It's a fun episode, right?
Yeah. Not Price is Right rules. Not Price is Right rules. Just closest to the pin.
General in nature. Don't rely on us. But a bit of. I always like to put your money where your mouth is. So you make a bet and you come back and you realise how stupid you were, or how on the money you were. Whatever counts.
In Brad's case, which we might get to in a second, Brad will be
able but then next year we'll be wrong with that. It goes drips and drabs.
Brad will be able to relive his glory from our podcast New Year's Eve of how many he got right. And the glass half full approach worked very well for Brad in 2022.
Funny how much it's moved between then and now. It's only been, whatever, like 18, 19 days. And there's been some significant movement in all of the things we talked about. So
does that make me any closer to getting one right?
Probably.
Yeah, it might do, actually.
Well, let's John's like, okay, so tell me.
So from memory, I think we had a pretty good Rivkin's rules as well in the other pod, so we might have to refine that, but I do have the Bible here today. So I'm going to flick a page open and see where we land. Page 26. Investing is often about whom you know and not what you know. So a bit of insider trading Renee's talking about there on his book.
Yeah, maybe. You never know with old Riv, but I feel like investing is about who you know, not what you know. I'd say, like, if we could put a positive spin on what Rivkin has said here, and I think we'd all agree that finding positive role models and positive mentors to help you with an investing process and teach you things, depending on what stage you're at, is always going to be important. So
very optimistic there, Arnie.
Well, if we put Rivkin in a good light, we could just say he was talking about that,
Good. Well, I mean, you could also say that, like, last night I was out for dinner with introduced to a guy out of Sweden from Nick, my mate in Singapore. It's one of his kind of high net wealth clients, and I was out for dinner with him, and he was throwing me little investments. He's invested in this Valladium mine and here, and he's invested into the gaming company, into going into India if you want to be a part of it, and invested in this. And so sometimes it is for because I wouldn't be able to have access to those kind of investments unless I had dinner, right? So I mean, maybe Rivkin means wine and dine, make some contacts, and you might get some opportunities you might not get otherwise.
That's poignant. Yeah, it's true.
Just make sure they're the right contacts, and if you continually get the wrong tips from friends, then you're following the wrong crowd. But yes, I do tend to agree in terms of your friends in your circle of network and group of people that you associate with, you tend to become part of that group. And I think it's there's a validation to that, and a nice positive spin you put on it there, Arnie.
Thanks.
With that said, Jolly, I think if I had to say I've listened to Friends, have I won more or have I lost more? I'd probably say lost more.
Be careful.
Be careful. Yes. All right. Shall we get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it. So, Brad, you're going to read out what the indice was on as of March last year, and then what we guessed, and then I've got the results here about as of the 31st or 30th of December 2022, what it actually was and who was closest.
Indeed. All right. So I'll read out all odds. So at the time, March last year, all ordinaries was 7,400.
Yep.
We at the end of the end of the calendar year, Jolie came in at 7,850.
Mm-hmm.
Arnie came out a little bit more bullish as usual. They're calling bullish Arnie for nothing. 8,000. And then glass half full T-Bone, 7,150. So
yeah.
I believe the point goes to T-Bone on the glass half full.
It does go to you on that one, Brad, because as of the 30th of December, the all odds was 7,237 and 80 cents. So you beat Jolie and I out by a fair way there.
And as of today, it's 7,608.
Is it really?
So Jolie would be in there if we had to wait 18 more days, mate.
Oh, Jolie, bad luck.
Maybe give me one to make me feel half better.
No, sorry, mate. That point goes to Brad.
I'm going to say share half a point. Arnie, ruthless. I love it.
Mate, we're timing the market here.
You know what? Has anyone ever told you look exactly like Al Pacino? You know, Son of a Woman. Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah!
Very good. Very good. You know something? Not so for you. Come back. 1 year.
I'm going to take the one.
18 days is 18 days.
18 days, 18 days. It's a good point. If it was an option, you wouldn't have got anything. All right. So Dow Jones, 33,614 back in March.
Mm-hmm.
You had Jolie, 36,950.
Yeah.
Arnie, 37. Glass half full over here, 32. And what is it now?
Yeah, well, actually, what it was as of the 30th was 33,220 and 80 cents. So, Brad, another one for you.
Why do I have 33,614 here?
Yeah. Don't sell yourself short.
Oh, I know why. Because there's still a day trading in the US when we did it.
33,614 was what it
Yes.
was as of March, and you guessed 32,000. And I'm saying that as of the 30th, it was 33,220 and 80 cents, and you were closest to the pin.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it today, Jolie?
It's currently sitting at 33,910. So Brad's still probably the closest there.
He was. Yeah, still the
Glass
closest.
half full, take a minute. When we get down to Bitcoin and stuff a little bit. Glass too full. All right, NASDAQ 100. We have the NASDAQ 100 at 13,837 in March last year.
Yeah.
We had Jolie come in at 15,250.
Oh, good heavy.
Arnie, believing in Fang a little bit too much here, 16,550. 16,550. And maybe Tesla a little bit too much there. And Brad, I should have gone more half full. 13,500. What is it, Arnie? What do we close at?
As of the 30th, it was 10,951 and 5 cents. So we're all a little bit too bullish, but Brad still closest to the pin. And Jolie, what is it today? The NASDAQ 100?
Currently, it is 11,557.
11,557. So still would have been Brad.
Yeah.
Even 18 days grace. Okay.
Yeah, text smash though. All right. Gold back in March. This is where I start getting a bit bullish. Back in March, 1,900 US dollars per troy ounce. We had Joel come in at 2,000.
Yep.
Arnie come in at 1,700.
Mm-hmm.
And some guy named Brad coming in at 2,700.
Well, that's a big time. Bullish on gold. But as of the 30th of December, it was 1,822. So that's a point for me on that one.
And if it was today, it's 1921. So
and that would have been you, Jolie.
That would have been
bloody hell.
18 Days Grace would have been Jolie. And then what was the next one?
We got BTC.
Oh, yeah, Bitcoin. This is in USD, isn't it? We're guessing in US dollars.
Yeah, unfortunately, US dollars. So in March, it was sitting at 38,000.
Yeah.
And turns out it's not a deflationary asset. So we had Joel thinking it was going to bump back up to about 53.
Yeah.
Arnie thought it was going to drop a little bit further to 35.
Yeah.
And some guy named Brad thought it was deflationary. It was going to go to 75.
Oh,
75.
Okay.
Now,
And,
this is an interesting one because there's been a huge move in this since when we originally recorded to today. But as of the 30th of December, it was 16,600 USD, and that puts me closest to the pin. And Jolie, what is it today?
It's bumped up to 21,251 today.
So I still would have taken that one out, but
massive movement in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a huge movement in 2 weeks. So, and all of crypto has sort of gone with it as well.
Yeah, and I was saying to Brad and Arnie just off the pod before we started in preparation for the podcast today that it seems like your Bitcoins, your ETHs, your cryptos, maybe in general, but let's talk Bitcoin and ETH, or Bitcoin especially, it's very correlated, it seems, to the stock market, whereas maybe, I don't know how long ago now, but it was always sort of touted as, is this an uncorrelated alternative asset that would be not in swing or correlation or tight unit pricing to the share market? But it seems like when the share market runs, it's running with it.
Yeah, 2020 started correlating due to kind of institutional investors buying about 85% of all crypto in 2020 up to July 2021. So there's a fun fact.
That's very interesting. I mean, we probably don't know this off the top of our heads, but I'm going to Google it while we do the next prediction. I wonder what the market cap for all Bitcoin was at the start of 2020 versus the end. Once the institutions piled in, I would like to know that.
Yeah, let's just go and Google that one. RBA interest rates.
Yep. So what do we guess?
We had point. Here we are. So the RBA interest rates were sitting at 0.1. All right. Yeah, 0.1. Wow. 0.1. Wow. All right, we had our Jolly sitting at 75 basis points. We had Arnie sitting at 1. Now, I remember me being at 2, but here it says 1.
No,
so,
you were at 1 as well.
I was at 1 as well.
Yeah.
There you go. Arnie and Brad, equal draw.
Hey, an equal draw on that one. But so as of the 30th, it was 3.1. Actually, maybe you were at 2, Brad, because I wrote down here that you were closest to the pin on that. So maybe I've mistyped.
Yeah, I remember being a hater on the but yeah, anyway. I don't mind sharing one with you, Arnie. I don't mind sharing. I'm a lover.
No. We need a clear winner here.
Arnie's trying to screw you over a point, Brad.
Oh my God, I am the winner.
I think we'll say that Brad won that one. Anyway, so it was 3.1%. And what is it today, Jolie? It hasn't moved, has it?
3.1. Yeah. They have
February. Yeah, they're January off.
They sleep until February.
So I've quickly had a look here at what the market cap of Bitcoin was, and as of what we got here, as of 2019. So it went up to over $1 trillion. It was 1.156 trillion in October of 2021, and back at the start, or say the end of 2019, it was 170 billion. So before the institutional ownership, 10 times the market cap of Bitcoin.
Wow. So now to try to get some retribution for me, we've decided to enter a couple of other extra indexes for the upcoming 12 months and put our guesses out there. To program listeners, is there an index you'd like us to throw in to the pod for the upcoming year? So we'll do our guesses for, I think, around maybe about 9 indexes today, and we'll try to knock these out as quick as we can. And then, listener Q&A, throw one into us and we'll add it into the list. And Arnie, in the meantime, you can try to remember about the good one that I had that neither of us can remember what we spoke about right in. Probably, again, too many beers. So let's start with the All Ordinaries, gentlemen. So is someone willing to take the notes down on our share drive?
I am noting this currently.
Arnie in the notes. Arnie's noting because he doesn't want me to sneak in an extra win, you see.
The extra percent, mate. I know all your tricks.
He's known me for too long.
All ordinaries to begin with. Currently, all ordinaries are sitting at 7,609. It's moving all the time. And I'm going to guess at the end of this calendar year, that the All Ords will be sitting at 8,000. I'm going to take Arnie's guess from last year.
8,000. And Jolly, did you say it's 7,060 and 90 cents?
No, 7,609 currently.
7,609 flat.
Yeah, well, it's moving. We're in market. Yeah.
All right, done. So 8,000. Brad, what is your guess for the end of 2023?
Good question, Arnie. End of the year, say, we're going to have a bit of a relief rally and then a bit of a drop. I'm going to go class up full again. I'm going to go 7-1.
7-1. So you think it's going to go down from here?
No, give me 7 flat. 7 flat, please.
7 flat. Just tacking on it, all right. And Arnie, I think that we are going to crab. I'm going to say we're going to go 7,500.
I like your midpoint there, Arnie. A very accurate up and down winner there, no matter what it falls between 7 and 8.
Well, the interesting thing about last year is we didn't get to give our justification for why we thought it was going to be that way. So I don't know if we should. Maybe we're trying to keep this pod turbo. So
maybe just on the All Ords because it's showing the share market, and maybe like a deflation like gold or something like that. You go quickly. You got 20 seconds. 20 seconds each.
I think a lot of the turmoil that we've been seeing with supply chains, COVID, and the war in the Russia and Ukraine, and how much that's costing for the cost of energy and what's sort of flowing through to our market. I think we're going to see that peak in the first half of this year, and then I think it's going to improve in the second half of this year. So I feel like we're going to see more pain in the future, and it'll go down from where it is currently, and then come back up to roughly where we are now, end of the year.
Gotcha. Mine is, I think we've had a bit of a relief rally the last month and a bit. I think come February, March, April in Europe, I think we're going to see a bit of a blow up with Russia and Ukraine when the ice melts. I think China's still in a bit of trouble. We haven't kind of seen their data flow through and their demand slow. So I think we're going to go down. And then maybe pull up towards the back end of the year towards 7,000. Actually, we're going to drop below 7,000. That's my guess. Jolly?
Good points, gents. And I think I'm guessing in terms of and general in nature as always, but
as always,
the market is pricing in what they feel is already starting to unfold, maybe for 2023 at the back half, with as Arnie I think suggested, the brunt of the pain is starting to take place, and we're going to start to see the inflation narrative slowly settle. I don't think the RBA is going to be cutting rates anytime soon, but there might be another 1 or 2 rises. And I guess in terms of that, I'm feeling like as we get through the year, that's where I feel like the market will start to unfold and potentially get us close to that 8,000 point mark. But I'm also hedging my bets and thinking, well, if I go high for every index, then I'm going to peg myself to everything going up. And what happens if it doesn't? So do I play the game here and maybe adjust my guess on the Dow Jones?
There you go. Dow Jones run ahead of us, America. There we go. All right, next. Dow Jones.
Let's do the Dow. The Dow's sitting at 33,910.
33,910, yep.
Do you want me to do my guess?
Yeah, go Jolie, then go Brad, then go me.
I'll keep it flat at 34.
I'm going to go. I think America's going to get hit. Come on, Tim and Gloom. I reckon 28,500.
Ooh,
wow.
Yeah.
When was the last? I wonder when the last time it was 28,500. I'm going to go. I think the Dow.
Such a negative person, aren't
I do think the Dow will probably come down a bit from here. Maybe. I think this year's going to be a crab year. So I'm also going to say 33. 33.
There's a good chance it's a crab year. A little bit down, then a little bit up.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know. But
thanks Thanks for not prices writing me, Arnie, and give me 1,000 to work with there. All good. All right. So we've got me flat, Arnie slightly under, and Brad glass quarter full.
Last time the Dow was 28,500. Oof, I should have gone lower. No, it's back in 28. 28 was back in 2021. Yeah. Sorry, John.
2021.
2 years ago.
And then before that, it was start of 2020. Before the drop off. That's where it was before we dropped.
NASDAQ 100. You guys go first. Let's snake order it. So, Brad,
all right.
go
That's good. That's a good one. What are we sitting at?
11,557.
So, am I going first?
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Okay.
I reckon slap me in at 11.
So it's 11,557, and Brad's going in. It's flat on 11, right?
Yeah, I think tech stocks have been smashed enough, and they won't necessarily rebound in the current climate, but I don't think they're going to get hit as hard.
I think we will see a crab market. So you're going to hate me for saying it, but I'm just going to go 11.5. I don't know. I can't shake it. I can't shake the way I'm feeling.
Hey, Arnie, you do you.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. So, Jolie, it's on you, my friend.
I won't prices right. You'll go. I was hovering around where you're thinking, but I'm going to go 11,750. So I'll give you 250 base points.
I appreciate that. 11,750. All right.
Such a gentleman.
Rightio. So let's jump on to Ethereum. So the current Ethereum price, and Arnie, you can go first for this one. ETH is USD 1,592 per ETH.
1,592 per ETH USD. I think it's going to be. Let me think about this. ETH. 2024 is the next halvening, isn't it?
Yep.
I think it's going to finish the year at around 900 USD.
March 2024.
March 2024. Ooh, that's yeah. I'm going to say 900 still. 900. Yep.
Brad?
I don't know why I keep believing in these things, but I'm going to go to 2,400.
Rally.
2,400. All right.
No, 2,400.
I got you. 2,400.
I thought you said 400.
I reckon there'll be a little bit of rally.
1,900.
Yeah.
All right.
BTC current price 21,251 USD with a bit of a rally the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. Going to kick off with you, Jolie?
Yep. I am thinking that will also have a bit of comeback. Although, if there's any other big exchanges that go down, that could see me very, very wrong. If we lose another, that could mean nearly. very, very bad news environment for crypto. But I'm guessing that may not happen, and we'll sit it at 25k USD per Bitcoin.
Okay, Rattles.
I'm going to believe in my boy CZ and believe that he's got enough cash balance to pay off everything. And I'm going to come in at 33,500.
All right, I'm going bearish on the crypto. I think it's going to be 14k.
Oh yeah,
I think 14,000.
The bear again. You were the bear last year, and Brad was the bull last year.
Well. I have a bit of a different hypothesis though, because last year I thought we were going to all-time highs in equities, and I thought store of value or speculative assets would be going down. But anyway, that was why.
Crude oil price per barrel USD $81 currently.
81. Okay.
1 year return is sitting at -4%.
It's an interesting one, right? Because usually price of oil goes down during recessions. So if everyone believes a recession, it's going to go down. But what do we think, boys?
You go first, Brad.
I'm going to say I'm going to sit at $90. 85. Yep, I reckon we'll stay higher than 80, just due to underinvestment over the last 5 years.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, but I don't want to go the exact same figure, so I'll just go 90. I think it'll be around there.
And I think the other bit for the tankers to know is that the embargo on Russia's oil cap, the oil cap, is actually having an effect. So they didn't know how much of an effect it was going to have, but it is actually having an impact on their coffers. 45 billion in 1 month under. So
It's big. Jolly?
big, and they have to buy oil from someone else. So
I'll guess
Dog.
80. I'll guess 82.5 a barrel.
oh wow, we're all staying high.
Yeah, I think I don't know. That's just one I feel like we
Yeah.
should have looked into a bit. So yeah,
I like it. Are we got
All right.
gold?
What have we got left? Oh yeah,
We
gold
haven't done gold yet. So gold's sitting at
Gold and CPI, I think, are the last two.
and RBA rates. We haven't done RBA rates.
Yeah, gold is sitting at 1,921 per ounce USD.
1921 an ounce.
That's it.
Yeah. Jolly?
2,000.
2,000. Okay.
2,100.
You say 1,200?
21.
2,100. Arnie, I think gold is also going to come off. I'm going to put it at around 14, almost 1,500 an ounce.
Yeah.
General advice in nature, don't go buy gold.
Yeah, well,
General advice, Arnie. General advice.
it's general nature. Don't listen to anything.
Don't listen to anything that any of us say.
The monthly CPI index indicator for Australia, it's as at November, that's the latest figure, it's at 7.3% for the 12 months to November 22. So we're obviously in January now. We don't have the latest figures as yet, but we'll work off the 7.3 currently. And who's first?
Oh, you jolly.
That will be me. So CPI, they're aiming to get it down. How much will they get it down by the end of 2023?
Yeah.
For a 12-month, I'm going to guess 4.5.
I don't think it's. I think it's going. I was having this conversation with someone. I reckon they're going to get it down between 4 and 5, and not go too hard on it, please. After they get it down there, I'm going to say 5.
5. Yeah, I actually agree here. But just so I'm not on the exact same figure as you boys, let's say
You can go same and get a split point.
Yeah, you can go same if you believe. You don't have to go different for the sake of it.
I would have just gone the 4.5 like Jolie, but just to
Well, then slip in.
but just to differentiate, I'll just say 4. Who cares?
All
All right, 4.
RBA cash rate currently sitting at 3.1%, and it's Brad's turn to go first.
Sitting at what, Jolly? 3.1. 3.1. I'm going to say 4.1.
4.1. Yep.
Only because what I told someone last week, I think there's another 100 points in it.
Yeah. I reckon we're going to see it. I'm going to say we stay at 3.1, and not necessarily we don't move.
Yeah, you just think it might go up and then a couple down.
I think we'll see a couple of raises, and there's a possibility they might do a cut. But I'm just, we'll see how we go.
Hope they don't do a cut.
I'm going to go.
It depends.
I'm going to go.
Big Jolie, here we go.
I'm thinking there's another rate increase in it in the first 6 months, maybe 2, but then I reckon they don't want to go too far because they'll see these fixed loans come off and they'll see that slow the spending. They're hoping it'll slow the spending down when people have less disposable income. So I'm thinking either 3.6 or 3.35. 3.35.
All right. Locked in. All right. So I think we've got everything.
Yep, we do. And we'll see how that goes. And again, anybody got anything, either asset or industry or as a class that they want us to have a bit of tinker with target next week, give us yours and we'll give you ours and we'll add that into the list, definitely.
We'll try and remember, maybe it's in the podcast that we did what it was. Was it property related, Arnie? Maybe it was property related.
Actually, I think it was property related. Yeah, I think. But what?
Well, it's going to be like median house price in Melbourne or something, or percentage off or up or down.
Hard one to do. Yeah, it'd have to be. Yeah.
You'd have to say like Melbourne property prices up or down.
I forget what I forget. We were talking about heaps of stuff that night.
Anyway,
so
let's work that out for the next pod, episode 57. So stick around for that, and we'll get a Q&A listener suggested index to track as well. And without further ado, 50-50 time for you, Brad.
50-50 time. All right. So if we do hit into
would you prefer to buy flight tickets short notice, or would you prefer to buy them with some notice in advance?
That is really mean, Joel, seeing as I'm feeling a lot of pain about Sri Lanka next week. Thank you. I will be in Sri Lanka next week, people. So where in the world is
Brad Tabone.
Hopefully I can get internet connection up with the mobile phone towers down due to petrol. Anyway, my 50-50, if we do go into a recession next year and times are tough, would you rather eat mee goreng or Maggi noodles?
That's so easy.
Well, it's easy for some of us, Arnie, maybe not others.
Fucking mee goreng all day. I just swore on the pod because I feel so strongly about it. Mee goreng all day.
Okay. Okay. And is there a flavour of mee goreng that you prefer? The original, OG?
I normally just go the original, but I'll have any of them, and also I'll add things to my mee goreng to make it gourmet. You know what I mean?
An egg. I love an egg on mee goreng.
Egg and some veggies and maybe some pork belly. Who knows?
Man. Jolly?
For me, mee goreng all day long. It's the ultimate noodle, and if you can get it in a little cup, it's even easier.
Yeah.
A little life hack for the listeners out there. You know, your sachets of sauce that are quite hard, get messy to open. Just push them all down, and then cut with the scissors across the top, and turn and squeeze in.
Life hacks. I'm mee goreng every day. Yeah. Well, no, there will be some pod listeners that are anti mee goreng, I'm sure.
You reckon there's someone who'll go for Maggi?
Yeah. I was actually surprised. I'll tell you what, where I'm surprised who love instant noodles, Fiji. It's a staple. It's like they have it with every meal. I don't know about recommending that. Sodium, not so good. But they have a whole aisle in their shopping centres just dedicated to basically mee goreng. So
it's funny how certain countries have like a fascination with certain cuisines. Like Hawaii is like the spam capital of the world.
They love spam over there.
Yeah.
And Philly cheese. They love Philly cheese. Yeah, no, that was a 50-50. There we go.
Good one.
Obviously, adamant to the mee goreng. So there we go.
That's it. Money in the Tank. It's an official.
Where can the listeners find us at, Arnie? And where can they write in? And what do you want from the listeners for this year?
So get us at Money in the Tank on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, and just leave us a like, comment, subscription on YouTube. Please hit the notification and subscribe bell, and have a chat with us, and let us know if it's Maggi or mee goreng, because I feel like if it's Maggi, we might have to kick you to the curb. Money in the Tank, it's a mee goreng pod, and
maybe unsubscribe if you're Maggi. Basically,
we're looking for sponsorship through mee goreng.
And plenty of good episodes coming up this year, guys. So stay tuned. We've got plenty of great guests lined up that we're going to give the listeners what they want in terms of hearing from more specialists in certain areas. And so, we've got a number of guests lined up, and that'll be a constant theme. We're aiming to get this podcast to 100 episodes by the calendar year's end. So let's see how we go with it.
That is the accountability buddies, hold us to account, and that's what we're aiming for: 100 episodes and many, many interesting guests. And I'll be yelling out, "Are you not entertained?" after the end of every episode, basically. Anyway, have a safe week, and catch you guys next week.
All right, cheers, boys.
Thanks, gents.
See you later.